a 991 GT3 RS, and it is freaking unbelievable. I absolutely love this car. It's Porsche's most hardcore model. At least it did occupy that spot until the GT2 RS might be taking that throne. But this is the naturally aspirated, insane track monster, 4-liter flat six, 8,800 RPM red line, 500 horsepower, 338 pound-feet of torque, pretty much $250,000. And this one is purple. It has a giant wing out back. There really isn't anything you can say to complain about this vehicle. First off, the purpose of the GT3 RS. Regular GT3s are pretty much track focused. The RS takes it to the extreme degree. A lot of weight savings in there, increased power, more aggressive. Everything is designed to make this car as raw, visceral, and as fast as possible. From the weight savings perspective, Porsche took this to an almost obsessive degree. The numbers are quite insane. First off, it's got a lithium-ion battery. It saves 30 pounds. It costs $2,300. Magnesium roof saves 1 whole kilogram, especially at the highest point of the vehicle. It's super thin, also likely quite expensive. No rear seats, sound deadening is taken out. You can get these without AC, without radio, crazy carbon race seats, carbon ceramic brakes. Everything is in this seeking to lower the weight of a vehicle that has, to be honest, grown bigger. A 991 generation Porsche 911 is larger than a 997 and 996 and 993 and so on. A lot of people, especially purists, were complaining when the GT3 RS and the GT3 of the 991 generation eliminated the manual transmission and went to a PDK only. I have zero complaints. This PDK is telepathically good. That's the only word I can use to describe it. It's perfect. If you just put it in normal, let the computer do its own thing, you plant your foot down, and it'll drop 4 gears from 7th down to 3rd. Around the track, I've driven a regular GT3, leave it in, let the computer do its own thing, and it has the perfect shift. You're in the right gear, exact same time. Let's just say you want to do it yourself, put it in a manual. These paddles, the response, those upshifts are just instantaneous, literally perfect. From an exterior standpoint, the GT3 RS is not subtle at all, zero amount. This thing is, obviously this one is ultraviolet purple, so it does kind of stand out. The massive wing out back, the grills up front, the bigger little splitter, the wider rear. It's got the turbo bodywork, so that increases the width by over an inch compared to a regular GT3. Everything about this car, the way it's slammed down on those giant wheels with the big carbon ceramic brakes filling up those wheels, it just screams aggression, and I'm a track monster. If you go around in a Turbo S, maybe a Carrera 4, you might not draw that much attention. This car, wherever you go, it's going to turn just as many heads as something like a 458 or a Huracan. From the interior perspective, it's actually quite nice. You'd expect it to be very Spartan, stripped out, and from certain perspectives, it is. If you look at, these door handles aren't actual handles. They went to a little strap that you pull on, and for the sake of saving weight. These are not the full-out crazy carbon seats. Those are quite insane, but these are actually quite comfortable. They're still heated. Obviously, no rear seats. Lacks a lot of sound deadening, so you get a lot more of the rock and wind and tire noise, but it's not so overwhelming that it feels bad. I would never get tired of that. Just listen to that soundtrack. I forgot what I was talking about. Interior. Overall, it's very nice. Craftsmanship, material, everything feels absolutely of the highest degree of quality. The big complaint I have, as with most Porsches, there is just an absolute mess of buttons. It's not as bad as something like a Panamera, but this is overwhelming. I'm which button is what for the AC and what am I doing? So that's kind of overwhelming, but overall, really nice interior. It's a great place to be. It rides shockingly well. The suspension system is able to adapt so it can handle, where am I turning? I'm not turning here. It can handle curves really well, but at the same time, it doesn't beat the crap out of you on these crappy Michigan roads. You'd expect something like this to be a lot more brutal, but it is not. Honestly, you could, in theory, daily drive one of these. But where this car really shines is around the corners. a lot of stuff is set up in order for this thing to handle as well as possible. As I mentioned earlier, you have the lower weight of the vehicle, more power, giant sticky tires. You got 325 sections out back. It has four-wheel steering, which it works miracles. I mean, under higher speeds, it effectively lengthens the wheelbase, making it more stable. At lower speeds, it shortens the wheelbase, which makes it feel more nimble. And when you're like doing U-turns, it's amazing. You can pull U-turns in places you would never expect. You'd have to do a 3-point turn in any other vehicle. The steering is incredibly good. I know a lot of people complained about that in the newest generation. I think it's great. Linear. It's just a whole raw feeling. You can hear everything happening. When you pull a pedal, you hear like actuators and everything mechanical, the mechanical symphony of things happening. Oh my God. I am just so in love with this car. Screw turbos. I mean, nothing. This is literally the perfect vehicle. I really do love this thing. If we talk about value, no, they're not inexpensive vehicles. MSRP starts at, I believe, $178,000 for a GT3 RS. You easily optioned up into right about $200,000. Porsche's known for that. It's very difficult to keep a Porsche option list reasonable. I mean, carbon ceramics, that's 10 grand right there. I mean, some of the most crazy options, if you like your windshield washers painted whatever color, that'd be $500. You want your seatbelts in yellow, that'll be $500, please. Either way, most of them transacted around 200 grand before markup. When these things were brand new, the markup was absolutely insane. I remember seeing some paint to sample cars for over $300,000. It was crazy. This one was purchased for right around, I think, 240-ish, stickering just over 200. So there was definitely markup, and they're worth a lot. Is it worth that $250,000? I say 100% yes. On par, this thing to me is as exciting and exotic and amazing as a McLaren 650S, as a Huracan. I think I might take this over both of those cars, given a bunch of other factors. Think if I'm spending that money, the 458 is also amazing. I need to spend more time on one of those, but this thing is worth every single penny. It belongs right in that supercar exotic $250,000 bracket of insanity. How much I desire it? This is gonna be the first car ever. I'm giving it a straight 100. It's unbelievably awesome. That being said, in order to be fair, and people complain about that, are there any things I dislike about it? Well, one thing is it's really expensive and I can't afford one, but that's not really fair to the car. Honestly, I really don't think I can. It does feel a little bit large. Maybe when you're driving through corners, it definitely has grown to be a decent-sized vehicle. If it was a smaller package, dimensional-wise, it might feel even more crazy nimble. But I'm literally really nitpicking right now. I don't know if you would really want to option one with the full carbon seats, no AC, no like the full-out crazy, unless you're only using it as a tractor. The way this one is spec'd, still has AC, still has radio, more comfortable seats. You can use this. I could daily drive it. I'll deal with it. I don't care. It's awesome. It's worth it. Overall, again, I'd rate this thing 100. This is one of the best cars I have ever driven. Really do love it. Good job, Porsche. I don't know how they're going to prove with the next generation RS. We'll see. We shall see how that happens. If you have any questions, please let me know. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I've been waiting to do it for a while, and oh my God, this is such an amazing car. I've said that too many times. This is just me fanboying over the Porsche GT3 RS for 10 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Thanks.